Welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome to the new subscribers, welcome, or even new viewers. As you can see, I made my Nespresso. I had to calm down a little bit because certain things are happening, but have you ever done something based off of impulse, whether it be shopping, going on a date with someone, taking that job, something based off of impulse and the direction of your emotions? If so, we're going to chit chat about it in this video. Just got in from the shopping, grocery shop, blah, 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 blah. If that's for you, continue watching, okay? Or check out some of my other videos because we're definitely going to get into it. Like, reality is reality. Is that, should I say that? Is that to say, like, I hear people saying life be lifing and this, that. Makes sense. I like the way that it's being phrased, but it's like, real stuff is going to be going on here, so the realist of the real raw shit. Okay, so if that's for you, this video or even the stuff on my channel, because you'd be living with grace, living in his grace, living life and being real about it. This channel's for you. Okay, let's talk. Okay, so I'm trying the natural light. I don't have my ring light on. I'm thinking the natural light will just do justice. I'll do the ring light when need be because I will be posting some makeup videos. I will be doing some vlogs. I will be doing daily vlogs, just so that you're in my world in the sense of living with grace, which that's what my name means. And you're living in grace too, as much as you might not know it. But your everyday reality is under God's grace. Give him credit where credit is due. All right. And give the enemy credit where credit is due because he's doing some shit that you need to realize about. You are responsible for making the choices in your life, just like I am. And I'm just going to share some of my journey with you, whether it be story related or realization. We're going to talk about it now. I've made my Nespresso, jump back on it because I needed it. Didn't realize that I was stressing myself out, but I'm going to let you know why this is a topic today. Okay. Or if you're watching this later on, this is a topic to be discussed. I do have my matcha. I have some water and stuff like that. I'm not sure how long this video will be. I will know after, but I'm just doing it on a whim in a sense of just being real and letting it flow out as not as fast as I can, but as it comes out. Okay. So I went out today, long overdue. I had to pick up some groceries and I actually went to Zara to try some stuff on. And to be honest, fast fashion has a different topic of its own. That's another video, but there's some pieces that we can find for ourselves that are affordable. As much as we know, if we wash it two times, it's done, but it will work with our shape right now and work. There's a video on Shen products I just picked up, but I will do a daily vlog going to Zara. That's in the works because I definitely want to talk more about that in love. So I went to Zara, seeing this mustard outfit, the pants and the top look so nice. And I was like, let me try this on because as much as I gain weight, I know I can find something that's going to suit me. What I know I gained some weight, but when I put it on, looked in the mirror, and the mirror is not deceiving. It's truthful. It's very truthful. I went and I tried it on. I seen how, I won't even use that word because there's different definitions of that and I want to trigger anyone. But I see myself like overly bodacious and voluptuous in it. And I was like extra curves and turns and stuff. I was like, oh, it didn't disgust me. It just made me realize that, you know what, Anne, instead of neglecting it, act like you're taking care of it and you're managing it with pro and prebiotics and B12 and, trying to get some rest and trying to eat properly. I was like, I put it down. I was like, okay, Anne, you need to do some work. And I found that when I went for the walk, I always say found and find. I hope you're tracking along. You understand what I'm saying. I can only speak English that I know. Until my vocabulary grows. But I realized that I knew this from before, but it's like I realized that there's times we're so busy in our lives that we don't even take the time to understand why we do what we do based off of impulse, based off of an emotion, based off of a decision that's based off of our emotions or coming from our emotions. And I'm like, okay, there's times where I'm just like on the go doing this and this and that. And it was justified, even as a young parent. Had to do what I got to do for my kids with the knowledge that I knew at that time, not punishing myself, but condemnation was sort of pressing sometimes, like, oh, you should have did this better. You could have done that better and all of that. And I'm just like reflecting and I'm like, did I ever take time to sit down to think about what was best for me in order for me to be effective for my children or effective in my job in terms of doing hair and all this stuff? Have I ever done that? I found myself being present and 100% for everyone else, but did I do it for myself? As much as I thought I did while my kids went to sleep, I didn't. And so in my seasoned age, I've learned that I need to take that time now. At least I need to acknowledge it now and make the necessary changes. So walking today, I just like, okay, leaving Yorkdale Mall, I was walking and I was like, and you got to stop doing things based off of impulse. And I do a lot of things based off of impulse. I do. And I'll feel happy for the moment, satisfied for the very 10 seconds, and then displeased right after. And I fed off of that, whether it be shopping, whether it be, spending time with someone that I'm dating or potentially going to be with for the rest of my life. It's like, it's satisfying for the moment, and it's not their fault or the fault or whatever. It's my choice. You know what I'm saying? It's my choice based off of what I chose to do and the results of it and how I feel about it after. And so it's just like, you know what? Let's take a look at my life. Let's take a look at it. As much as I know that I haven't been getting that much sleep, as much as I know that I've been spending a lot of time with someone that wants to be with me as much as I want to be with them, am I 100% present, and am I doing what I can do for them? And are they validating me? And are they appreciating me? And are we supposed to be together? Like we think about those things, but then we dismiss it because we're like, oh, it's smooth, everything's happening naturally, everything's happening, everything's this and that. But it's like, I had to go back again today, walking, thinking, I want better for myself. I want better for my children. I am more mature now that I can be for them, be here for them with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Now than I was before. I need to be more effective, so that therefore I need to love myself more. I need to find that time for myself and make better decisions and analyze on why I made the decisions I made from before, so that I don't do it again, and not punishing myself and not condemning myself and not, you know what I'm saying? So even seeing the weight gain opened the door for that, because I was just like, I could have dismissed it, got something bigger, walked out with it. But it's like, the more that mature I am, the more that I understand how I think about myself, how I walk with myself, how I encourage myself, how I want to be around others that encourage me, how I speak life and actually live that life, what I need to do to attain that life and to manage that life, and how to create boundaries that are healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Those things are very important to me now. And I don't focus on hurting other people, because the best that I could be for myself and my level of healing and learning and loving is beneficial for others that want to understand it, experience it with me. And those that are not supposed to be can go, and that's okay. All in love, all in love, all in love. Oh, had to put on those lights. Had to. I like the effect. Okay, so in my thoughts, and comment below if you go through this, because it's very healthy. If you do not know how to do it, get help. If you know that you need help, get help. And try not to be so prideful that you can do things on your own, because I find that when we're like that, we become stagnant and complacent, and life just goes like this. I want life to go like that. I want what God has for me. I want to experience all that He has for me. I want to create my peaceful atmosphere. I want to create good company and good conversation. I want to create all that. It's not necessarily demanding and controlling. It's based off of knowing that I want better for myself and doing better, period. Whether it be my profession or my career, challenging myself, whether it be better, being a better parent, better spouse, challenging myself, teaching and learning, finding other parents that are doing things that I want to learn myself. If I'm not good at it, I'll admit it. But in terms of communication, relational, hanging out, learning about young men, because I'm not a man, you're learning more about those things, learning more about women as well, because I do speak into young women's lives. So these are the things that I want to learn, even with makeup and stuff like that. That's fun for me. That's fun. That's effortless. I think I'm going to do that until the day I take my last breath. I'll be probably putting something on my lips or something, but enjoying my life, enjoying what I am and what I love doing, and those around me and people around me that love me in return, instead of me trying to conform to those that I force myself to be around because I want them to be around. We also need to recognize when we are feeling isolated and lonely, the company that we're keeping isn't necessarily for us. I think that we need to really take a good look at ourselves and make the necessary changes. Hence why I'm here right now. I looked in the mirror, and I seen something that I didn't like. And as I was walking home, I was like, because what I did was I went to Yorkdale And then I was going to get my nails done, but I'm like, no, I love the way that my own beds are healthy. And if I need to put some press-ons on for a moment, that's fine. But even when I do that, it feels uncomfortable because I like to feel the tips of my fingers, and I like access to my phone and my keypad on my laptop. So I want to live a luxurious life, simple, minimal life. But if God blesses me with much more, I want to still understand that what He's given me is not necessarily for me. It's to fulfill my purpose and to bless others. I definitely want to keep that mindset and apply it, right? And teach my children the same thing. And those around me the same thing. As you're listening, the same thing, right? So I was just like, I have made many decisions based off of impulse and emotions. And what took place yesterday opened my eyes again, because I know if I'm capable of doing something and if I'm not capable of doing something. And I will open my mouth to speak to those that are listening and understanding what I'm saying and why I'm saying it, right? I found that one person was saying to me that we're watching a movie. They're saying to me that the girl, she doesn't have a father, and she's behaving a certain way towards this older man that thinks that he is her father biologically, but did not know until like she was in her teenage years. And so he's been around her, so she's acting a certain way for attention. Now that's justified because it's like, I grew up with my grandparents. My grandfather is my father. But I understood that fatherly figure that you wanted, especially when I found out he was my grandfather. I was like, wait a second, where's my father? I felt confused. I felt like I wasn't loved. I felt like I was lied to. All these things were happening. I understood the position of the young girl in the movie as I was watching the movie. This person was like, oh, that's how you go on. So this is another segment of this video that I wanted to push in and take out. So it was like a bridge to a song, okay? We need to be careful of who we allow in our lives to speak into our lives. If we think of ourselves a certain way and God tells us how He sees us, I think and I believe that we should continue to see ourselves that way, regardless of what other may see on the outside. We are a work in progress, but we also need to hold ourselves accountable. So when people say something based off of you trusting them to say those things, or even giving them permission to say those things, you can take it with constructive criticism, or you can take it with a grain of salt. For me, I'm like, this person has not really been in my life the way that I need that person to be. But I had to evaluate what he was saying to me, because I'm like, back up, and if that's how he sees you, is that good or bad? And if he sees that you are asking for attention as a woman, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I believe as women, we do need that attention from that man, not for validation, but for confirmation. So if someone compliments you, that's a good thing. If someone rubs your shoulder, that's a good thing. If someone picks you up and opens the door, that's a good thing. But the way she was craving attention in the movie, and the way he was referring that based off of my behavior, I was like, Negro, if that's how you think, wow, I really need to step back, because that's not how I want it to come off. And if so, and I have daddy issues, then I will seek help for that, because that's not a good thing. But the way God thinks about me and what I believe is this: when me as a woman continuously growing into my womanhood, man wants me and wants to cover me and seeks me in a sense of covering me, would not see me like that. They would meet those needs. It's not their obligation, nor is it a pressure or a requirement. It's part of loving God's plan, that when a man comes into a woman's life, he will love her, cherish her, cover her. This is the bridge. So I'm going to come out of the bridge by saying this. I'm glad that I did listen. I'm glad that I took a look at myself and my behavior and how he saw me. I'm glad that I went back to how God sees me and what he says about me. And I'm glad that I'm applying that in my life, to sit there and say, I no longer want you to be in that space with me. We can be friends, but I do not permit it anymore, because clearly you're not the person that is meant to cover me for you to comment like that. Even if they did try to explain, that's just like, you know what, if you feel like I'm needy, you're not going to see it God's way, nor were you sent from God to be that. End of the bridge. So anyways, going back to this. When we make decisions based off of impulse or emotions, we can change it. I think that, I know that we need to learn more about our emotions. There's nothing wrong with us tapping into the emotional side of us. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we should. And young men are not taught that. I think they should. There's a difference between an idea and acting upon it and feeling and acting upon it. I believe that when we're going through our emotions, we should be able to relay it in a healthy manner to the ears that's going to listen to it, or if they cannot, to step away and deal with ourselves and the emotions. Because I had to learn how to deal with my emotions way later in life. I used to just impulse on my emotions because I was guarding myself and protecting myself. So I was like, Now I know, and I'm applying it. But I also know that when I feel a certain way based off of impulse, I make silly decisions. I make immature decisions, and hopefully you're learning something from this and you apply it in your life. Take the time to look at the decisions you made. Hence, why certain people are coming out of relationships, why certain people are leaving a job, why certain people are doing the things that they desire, because now they're evaluating themselves, assessing themselves, holding themselves accountable, and looking at what they are created to do and looking at their natural talents and going down that route. I think it's very healthy because that's where you belong. Some people don't want to do that. I'm one of them that wants to. I want better for myself. I want better for my family. I want the best that God has for me. And so the decisions going forward now, I'm like, I need better in my life because God requires better for me, but I want to learn. So I'm not blaming anyone behind me. I'm not blaming, anyone. It was a classroom in itself, and it was something, there was something there for me to learn. I want to learn it well. I don't want to go through it again. Yes, it hurt. Yes, there are emotions involved. Yes, I took a loss. Yes, this and that, but God knows how to restore. God knows how to restore. And I believe that because He's done it for me. And I always have to remind myself of that. So going forward, making decisions based off of impulse. Don't beat yourself up because of it. It happened. Learn from it. Try to understand that you made that decision and you want better for yourself. So you're holding yourself accountable, saying, okay, I can make better decisions. Let me just pause on that. Let me think about that. Let me confirm on that. And then going forward, because I find that it's easier to glide forward with God with the doors open that He has for me now, opposed to me doing things like, oh, this makes sense. Oh, I want to make a couple bucks. Oh, this person likes me. Okay, I'm going to go on that date. Oh, this job is open because I need money. God doesn't want us to be desperate to go like this. He wants us to trust Him and go forward with Him. So I am definitely taking my time when it comes to making decisions going forward. I really don't want to do things based off of impulse. Yes, I'm a spontaneous person. Yes, I'm an artist where I just like jump out and fly and see where I land, but it has nothing to do with my age. It has something to do with wisdom now. That what God has for me is worth the wait in all aspects: career, spouse, living, children, family, finances, all of that. Talents, gifts, the places He has for me, I trust Him. I'm not trying to look for accolades or degrees or awards and all that stuff. My reward comes from God. That's enough. He qualifies me. That's enough. That is enough for me. I wanted to touch note on something else as well. I wanted to show you what I found at Value Village because I did pass by there because I'm in USA. I have to work out, and I want to make sure this mic is on. It's on. I have to work out, and I wanted to talk about children. We used to be children as well, and we had our past, we had our parents, and certain things happen, and we make decisions based off of the way we think, and we want better for ourselves, or we blame certain people. That's going to be the next video. So you might see me in this next dress. You might see me in the same dress because I have a lot to say and I want to share it with you and I want us to talk about it straight up. It's worth the conversation. So I'm going to end this video by showing the pieces I got from Value Village because I'm a secondhand, gently used kind of person. I have some items that are on sale too. I have a IG page. My IG handle is going to be below. My email is going to be below. My website will be below. Again, if you want your hair done, makeup done, weddings, I'm available. I come to you. We do the consultation. But I'm trusting God with the next place He has me to go. I'm not forcing it because of the way the world is going. And yes, it's good to have multiple streams of income, which I'm working on. But I want it to be where I'm supposed to be, not because I'm desperate, not because there's fear involved, because again, that's a decision that we make based off of fear to do this, that. And we end up confused in that state and we take on anything in the confusion. God is not the author of confusion. So I'd rather wait and hear from him and be where he's called me to be and take my family with me and my future spouse. Okay, so thank you so much for listening, but I will let you see what I purchased from Value Village, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so I got this tank top, 100% cotton. Love the color. I've always loved this color. This color is in now with the shoes and purses and stuff. But I've seen this. It's $3.99 at Value Village. And remember, when you're donating stuff, you can definitely get a coupon of 30%, I believe, off of your purchase of items at Value Village. I got these tights, which I need. It's $10.79. Thank God they stretch. Hopefully they'll fit over my backside because it's growing. And I'm acknowledging it. It is what it is. Trust me, it's comfortable to sit on the couch and just dwell. No star. You gotta get up and do something. And I want to be a doer. I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be feeling down and comfortable laying down. And that's what was happening. And I wasn't getting that much sleep due to my company because I was enjoying it. But it's just like, your lifestyle is different from mine, bro. I definitely need to change my life. If you can't change it with me, or we can't, I got to continue doing what I'm doing, because I can admit if I can and I cannot. And my health and my life is very much important. My purpose is. And if this is not a part of it, I'm okay with letting it go. I emphasize on things like that because Bridge, remember, Bridge is going to be like, boom. I'm transparent in a sense of sharing my life with you and experiences and stories and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have a lesson to learn from it. So I don't know if you can learn something from it in your own life. Don't apply what I apply in my life. You apply what's needed in your life. Okay, I'm only just sharing with you. When you're with someone and you wear something that you feel good in, because I love this, the compliment from the person that's pursuing you is an added bonus. But when they're looking at you, and you can see they're looking at you with disgust, and sometimes we think they're looking at us like that because that's how we see ourselves. But you know when someone loves you, regardless of your size and stuff, and they know that you have potential, you know that they love you through it all. When you're with someone that sort of like wants a perfect person or a perfect woman, or speaks negatively about their past and who they've been with, and talking about people about how they're big and they gain weight, like you know they're going to talk about you like that. So you're aware of that. But it's like, when you're with someone, yes, they try to encourage you, but are they doing it for you, or are they doing it because of their reputation? These are things that you really need to evaluate, because I think when we do things for ourselves, it should be for ourselves. But you do not be blinded by those around you that see you in a state that they're disgusted in a sense, and you clearly see it. But to me, I'm just like, if someone's looking at me with disgust, you need to look at yourself first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing the person. I'm just saying, no one's perfect, nor am I. But we can live an imperfect life knowing that God sees us perfect and He's doing a good work in us together. If we can't, that's the way I look at it. Okay, the bridge is out. We're off the bridge. Okay, so I got these Nike shorts, and they stretch as well slightly, which this is gonna look really nice. I hesitated because I'm like, my bum is big. This was $10.79 at Value Village. I love how the waist stretches. Really nice. It's a dry fit, so I know I can sweat and be breezy. And I got this Nike dry fit top. This is $13.99. It's really nice, eh? I can wear it on top of my workout outfit. Gotta wash these. I got this Puma workout top. It's really nice. The back has more of like a gridded mesh holy effect here. Nothing really too see-through-ish. And the front is solid with a Puma logo. Love it. Love this color. And these shorts, these are from, the tag is still on here. No, it isn't. This was $8.29. This is from Active Works shorts, workout shorts. All of these need washing. I think the only new item with a tag on it, and they all need washing, is this one here. This one is from Forever 21. I'm hoping that they're not see-through. Hopefully you didn't hear that motorcycle, because everyone's enjoying life, because the summer sun's soon gone, and we're gonna have to hibernate again. Try not to hibernate with the wrong one. It's cuffing season soon, so try not to hibernate with the wrong one. Please, don't be desperate, please. See you in the next video.